Hi guys, welcome back. Today I'm doing a video on a new product that's been released by Makeup Revolution. It is Soph times Makeup Revolution highlighter palette and the Soph times Makeup Revolution eyeshadow palette. Soph is a well-known YouTuber. Her channel is called Soph Does Nails because she originally started doing nails and then switched to doing makeup. I have watched Soph for a really long time. Gosh, whenever she wasn't as popular as she is now, and I just think, oh, it's so great that she has teamed up with such a massive brand, a brand that I really like as well, to produce these products. I think they look amazing. I love the packaging, and I'm just so happy for Soph because she seems like such a nice person on her channel. She's so sweet, and yeah, I'm just really happy for her because she's worked with Makeup Revolution for quite a while now. She's been posting videos on their channel, working with them, and now she has finally released these products. The packaging, as I said, is amazing. This highlighter palette, you have this like viewing window here. When I opened it this morning, it got delivered this morning. Oh, the shades just look amazing. And it's kind of like an orangey creamy sort of colour with rose gold lettering and obviously her name in the centre there. This has similar packaging in the sense of the rose gold writing, but there's no viewing window. However, you can see that the colour theme has been carried through with the kind of creamy, you know, pink tones in there. So I think the packaging is very cohesive. It all works well together. You can see on the back here all the shades. There are 24 eyeshadows in this palette, and I love that Soph and Makeup Revolution kept the price down. This is a drugstore brand. This was £10 and the highlighter palette was £8, and that means you get a highlighter for £1 each because there are 8 shades. And I just think, you know, 24 eyeshadows for £10 is an amazing price as well. Sometimes whenever there are collaborations and things, the price goes up so that the kind of YouTuber can get their cut, but Soph and Makeup Revolution definitely kept the price in line with the brand. I literally, as soon as I heard about this, went online and bought it. Yeah, I'm so excited to try these. I hope they're as good as the other Makeup Revolution products that I've tried. What I'm going to do as well is I'm going to look at this versus the NYX highlighter palette. It is quite similar to this, but I mean, highlighters you can only do in so many shades. I am going to swatch them next to the NYX highlighters and just see how they compare, but let's just jump right into it. So I'm just going to start with the eyeshadow palette first. It comes in this kind of cardboard packaging. Again, the packaging is amazing. I just think it's really on trend with the whole rose gold lettering, etc. And she chose a really good sort of colour scheme for it. It then comes in a plastic leaflet, and this is the palette. So it's a matte sort of pinky creamy sort of shade with Soph's lettering and a kind of smooth sort of polished feel. It does feel, you know, sturdy, it does, yeah. And then on the back you just have your ingredients. So let's open this up. So it comes with this inset which shows you all the shade names. Just take that out. And here are the shades here. I think the shades look so amazing. This is why I was so excited to buy this. I mean, there's such a good range here. You have a combination of matte shades, you know, shimmer shades. You have sort of light colours to use as transitions, and then you have the sort of pops of colour. So I think this is a really versatile palette. It's going to be really nice for sort of autumn winter time, but I think, you know, equally you could use it all year round. I definitely think the colour selection, you know, that's what drew me in, as well as the price, you know, is really good value for money. So I'm so excited to try these. I will start with swatches just on my arm. However, you know, it's hard to tell from swatches how it's actually going to perform on the eye, but I'll start with that first. So here's the first row. We have Penguin, Pancakes, Fairy Lights, Pink Champagne, Iced Coffee, and Cup of Tea. And here we have Grow Old, Sparks Fly, Smoky Bronze, Mixed Berries, Tiramisu, and Peaches. And my third row down we have Cloudberry, pumpkin, pine tree, petrol, pug, and danger. And the final row is strawberry sweets, festive flame, copper coin, mug cake, rosewood, and nightmare. I have to say that I love the names of these. They're so cute, very relevant to Sophie. She did have a lot of creative input into this palette. Just you can tell from the color selection, she loves a sort of warm pink red kind of eye. So she definitely has quite a few, you know, of her personal sort of colors that I would say, you know, these kinds of colors, a lot of kind of warm colors, but she's then thrown in pops of color as well. So I think it's great to see such a large amount of creative input into this palette on Sophie's behalf. I think it's great that there's a white shade and a black shade. It makes the palette quite versatile. You can kind of go light with it or do a like nice smoky eye. I think the swatches look great. Definitely the second, third and fourth row were really sort of pigmented. The first row is meant to be sort of, you know, transition shades and sort of highlight shades anyway, so they didn't pick up so well on my hand, but in person, you know, you can see them, you can see the swatches, and I think they'll be really nice as transition shades and just highlight shades on the eye. You don't want your transition shade to be really dark anyway. That is for, you know, the lighter skin tones, but you could use, you know, sort of the deeper shades for the darker skin tones. So I think she has, you know, catered to all different skin tones with this palette, having lighter shades and pops of color and sort of darker transition shades in there. I think the palette is really interesting. She hasn't sort of played it safe and just stuck with sort of neutral tones. Like that shade Petrol and then Pine Tree look amazing in person, just looking at the palette and in the swatches. Festive Flame is like life itself. I mean, oh, it is just beautiful. Oh, it just has such a nice shift to it. It's orangey, burnt, sort of reddy. It's just beautiful. The shades feel very buttery. I think initially, having swatched them with their buttery, there's not a lot of fallout. There's no kind of powdery texture that they will be really nice on the eye, but obviously we're going to try that out. Yeah, and I just think so far I'm really happy. The palette comes with a big mirror, which is great, so it means I can actually do my eyeshadow with using this palette as my mirror. I had actually brought in a separate mirror to do that, but it's fantastic that for the price, only a tenner, you get a massive good quality mirror. So let's just jump right in and I'm going to create a look. I think I'm going to use either Pine Tree or Festive Flame, I'm not sure yet, I'll see as I go along. So let's start putting it on my eye. So I have created a base with some concealer and some translucent powder over the top, so I do have a nice base down. I think I'm going to go in with a nice transition shade Pancakes first. The one thing I would say about this palette, I mean, for the price, basically the annoying thing is that the shades aren't under like the actual pan, so you do have to look at the you know, the insert. I mean, for the price, what can I expect? They wanted to pack as many eyeshadows in here as possible. There actually isn't a lot of space to put the eyeshadow names, and that costs a lot extra anyway, so I mean, I can't really complain for the price. I'm going to go in with this fluffy blending brush by Morphe and just put that down as my sort of transition shade. This is sort of the same colour as my skin tone, so it's not going to show up much, but it will help the other eyeshadows to blend nicely. Then I'm going to go in with this shade Pug and just set that in my crease, but just a little bit tighter, like lower down. I already have my contacts in. They are the shade Mel Natural Colors by Solotica, if any of you are wondering. They're just a lovely natural green colour. That's looking quite nice so far. Just gonna layer that up a wee bit. Blending really, really nice. I mean, I have a mix of drugstore and high-end palettes. Whenever I say high-end, I mean like Anastasia Beverly Hills, not like Natasha Denona, because that is just like insane pricing, like over 100, you know, quid a palette. So I think that's layered up nicely. Nice little transition right there. I think I just absolutely have to use Pine Tree. It just looks beautiful. To be honest, shimmer shades I always go in with my finger, so I'm going to do that first and then blend it with a brush. So I'm just going to put that on the outer edge of my eye. Use my smaller finger. That is beautiful for going in dry. What I'm going to do is actually get my Fix Plus and then I'll try packing on with a brush just to see if it goes on any more intense, but I think that's beautiful so far. So I have just got a Kira Daily flat sort of packer brush, and I'm just going to go in here, pick up some product. Actually, I think sometimes it depends, I'll pack it onto my brush and then spray the Fix Plus, but I think I'm going to spray first. And then pack it onto the eye. Maybe getting a wee bit more payoff, but it was still pretty good dry. Just gonna go in on the other eye, pack that on. I actually think I prefer my finger. It's kind of not blending as well, so I'm just gonna go in with my finger and lay that down. Yeah, I actually do think I prefer my finger. Then again on my finger, I'm going to take this shade here. It is called Sparks Fly. I think shadows that are sort of shimmer shades usually perform better when you just put them on with your finger. Oh my god, it's just like a true kind of yellowy gold, you know, like 24 karat gold color. It's just absolutely beautiful. Yep, looking good. Kind of look like an Ireland flag at the minute, but okay, so I'm just going to go in with the green and just sort of layer it over that edge, just to kind of blend everything together. I think I'm going to go in with a darker shade right in this crease here. I'm going to go in with Rosewood, just because it's the cooler toned brown and I think it would go nicely. So I'm going in with my smaller blending brush by Kira Daily. Just going to set that right in. Right in the crease and pull it across and then just flick it out slightly, and you can just see that kind of makes my eye look just a little bit sort of elongated. I do have a little bit of fallout, but nothing too bad. Okay, so that's looking pretty good. I'm actually going to go in with this black shade now called Nightmare. Just put the tiniest little bit. I might actually change my brush to an even smaller brush. So I'm going in with just my little small Morphe crease brush and just dabbing slightly into this. Sorry I can't give like specific names for the brushes. They're bought as like a part of a set and they don't actually have any names on them. But you can kind of look and see like the shape of them and just use whatever you have. Sort of go in a V there. So just a V, just right in tight there. And then I'm just going to go back in with a little bit of Pug on my big fluffy brush, sort of just blend the top again, just to make sure everything blends together nicely. I'm going to go ahead and sort of mirror what I've done on top on the bottom. So I'm just going to go in with that golden shade, keep forgetting the names, Sparks Fly, and put it right in here. And then I'm going to go in, I'm just going to use the same brush because use the green shade and put it in the center there. And a wee bit of Rosewood on that outer corner. And then I'm just going to take a little bit of that Pug shade, sort of run it underneath. I'm going to go in with a little bit of liner, my Armani. So this is my Armani Crayon Beau Chevaux. Lovely in my Northern Irish accent. I've had this for quite a while, so I'm not even sure if it's still available. I do just sharpen it, and that keeps, you know, it safe in terms of bacteria. But I'm just going to put this in my waterline, just outline as well. Okay, so I just did a little flick there with my NYX Black Matte Liquid Liner, and I'm just going to go in on this really flat brush, just with a little bit of that black shade Nightmare, and I'm just going to place it just in tight here, just to blend everything. And I'm just going to go in with some mascara now. I'm just using my Mally Voluminizing Mascara in black. So this is the look with the mascara all done. I'll just give you a nice close-up. I'm just going to leave the corners for the actual highlight palette, which I'm going to get stuck into now. So here's the highlighter palette here. It comes in a nice little sleeve, which I'll open. And then it comes in this nice case. Again, the colour scheme has been continued through. The nice rose gold writing. And then one of them has a little bit of a divot in it. I think it's maybe just something's caught it. Just a wee bit of a divot there, but the shades look amazing. Some of these are baked and some of them are just sort of regular highlighters. There are no shade names, but yes, it says on the back that there are pressed highlighters and baked highlighters. So you can see that Sophie and Makeup Revolution have catered to a lot of different skin tones, so that is great. I am just going to start off with some swatches. I'm going to start from here to here on the first row, and then from here to here on the second row. So that is the first row, starting, this one is the first one in the palette, so this one here, and then just moving across, so this is the second one, third one, and the final one on that row. The baked highlighter is the sort of most vibrant. It looks really nice golden colour. I'm actually going to do the second row and then I'll do a comparison with the NYX highlighters. This is a lovely sort of pinky shade, purple, more bronzy shade, and then this is more of a sort of natural sort of shade right here. So here's my NYX palette. It is kind of well used and a wee bit grubby, but here are the shades. Similar enough shades, but I'm going to see how they perform beside each other. Obviously I use this palette a lot, so I'll know how well the Makeup Revolution palette performs in comparison to this, because this NYX palette is my daily go-to palette. So this is the NYX shade compared to the second shade in on the highlighter palette. So it's just this shade here. And you can actually see that the Makeup Revolution one is more vibrant. They're very same in colour, in terms of sort of finish, etc. But the Makeup Revolution one is just slightly more golden, but it is actually more reflective. So I think that's really interesting because the Makeup Revolution palette was a lot cheaper. Then I've got two more comparable shades here. This is this shade here, compared to the Makeup Revolution shade, this one here. And this is the Makeup Revolution one, and this is the NYX one, and you can see that the Makeup Revolution one is a lot more vibrant. This is quite shocking actually. Next I've got this one, which is the Makeup Revolution pinker shade versus the NYX sort of pink shade. They actually perform in terms of vibrancy very similar. They just are like slightly different shades. This one is more of a almost like a holographic duochrome holographic's the wrong word, it is technically duochrome, sort of shift to it. It's sort of lilac, silver, beautiful. Next we have the two purple shades in the palette. This is the Makeup Revolution one and this is the NYX one. And the Makeup Revolution one is a lot more shimmery, not shimmery, but like metallic, you know, vibrant looking, and oh, it's actually performing way better. Next we have this shade in the Soph Makeup Revolution palette compared to the similar NYX shade. This is the Makeup Revolution one and this is the NYX one. And again, the Makeup Revolution one is a lot more vibrant, a lot more metallic, wet looking. I'm really shook, guys, because I'll insert the price of the NYX palette, but it was definitely, I think, more expensive than the Makeup Revolution one. Soph has done an amazing job with these highlighters. She is sort of known for her highlight, you know, her glowing to the gods look. So she should be really proud of herself that she's produced such amazing highlighters. And lastly we have this shade in the palette compared to a similar shade in the NYX palette. This is the Makeup Revolution one and this is the NYX one. They are just slightly different. This NYX one is slightly lighter. I think they're pretty comparable. The NYX one is maybe slightly more sort of vibrant, but they are pretty comparable. This is the only NYX shade that has slightly just pipped the post in terms of the Makeup Revolution one, but I mean, like, it's very slight. So yeah, I'm really shocked at how well these Makeup Revolution and Soph highlighters have performed in terms of swatches. I'm just going to put them on the skin now, and I'll try to use as many as possible on my face, but I'll show you now. So I think I'm going to start off with this golden shade here. So I've just cleaned off my brush and I'm going to go in with this sort of pinky shade. It's got a sort of pink, God, it's just like, it shifts to all different colours, but it's essentially pink. And I'm just going to put that on the tip of my nose. Just have a go. Looks beautiful. It's be really nice for like really pale skin tones. And then I think for my lip, I'm going to go with this purple shade right here. I'm actually going to go in with my finger and just, oh wow, oh my god, oh my god. Okay, I'm just going to like blend that down a wee bit. Can you see how insane that is? Oh my god. I'm actually just going to like layer that over the, oh my god, over the pink one. That is insane. Oh my god. I think once I'm off, I'm gonna have to tone this down a bit because it is like nighttime bling. Like, oh my gosh, that is amazing. Whew. Wow. Put that down my nose a little bit more. That is insane. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this like really pale shade here. It's almost like a white with a slight bit of gold in it, but yeah, white with a wee bit of gold right into the inner corner. So there we go. These are beautiful. Oh my god, see, whenever I went in with my finger with that purple shade, whew, I mean, right, I'm gonna try it on my cheeks. I'm gonna put it all over my cheeks on top of what I have. So I'm just gonna go in like with my finger. Ooh. Oh my god, that is beautiful. Let me go in on the other side. Whew. Oh my gosh. And then I'm just going to take my, just blend out the edges a wee bit. That is just insane. Wow. Soph and Makeup Revolution did an amazing job with these highlighters. They perform, in terms of swatches, most of them perform better than the NYX ones. They, on the skin, perform better, I'd say, overall. I usually use the bronzy shade from NYX over my forehead, and I actually needed to tone down this Makeup Revolution one because it was a tad strong for my forehead highlight. This one, purple one on my nose, and that pinkier shade, that one there, really nice, really beautiful on lighter skin tones. Yeah, that sort of more sort of yellow toned one, beautiful on the cheeks. Yeah, I think all round a really good palette. £8, like, I mean, insane. If you're in the market for a new highlighting palette, I would definitely recommend it. So this is the finished look. I think it looks amazing. Oh, it's so nice. I finished off with a bit of the L'Oreal lipstick. I actually don't know like what this is called in particular, but it's in the shade Invincible Sable. It's got the liquid lipstick on this end, and then it's got like a balm on this end. So these palettes get a massive thumbs up from me. I think that Soph and Makeup Revolution did an insane job. The eyeshadows, oh, they are beautiful, beautiful. The shade range is so versatile. You could do anything from a neutral look and a more everyday look to a dark smoky look, and use loads of those shimmer shades. The quality of the eyeshadows is yeah, really good. I thought the eyeshadows were buttery, smooth, not a lot of fallout. The quality's there, the performance is there, the price point is there. The shimmer shades were beautiful, but the only thing is I would say to use your finger rather than use a brush or a wet brush. Other thing is I love the packaging. The packaging is just so beautiful, but with a matte packaging, wrong way around, whenever you're doing your eyeshadow and you get it on your fingers and then you touch the palette, it does leave these sort of marks on it. Not sure if you see there. But I'm gonna have to find out a way to clean it because I just love the packaging and I want to keep it nice. So the highlighter palette, oh, again, it's just beautiful. It gives you that nice metallic wet look. It's not chunky, glittery, powdery. £8 for the highlighter palette, and that's £1 per pan. Oh, I mean, it's just absolutely beautiful. It performed better on most shades than the NYX palette. If you're in the market for a highlighter palette, I would definitely recommend this, and I would also really recommend the eyeshadow palette. Soph and Makeup Revolution should be so happy with this. I think it's going to be a massive success, and I'm just so happy for her. Thanks so much for watching. Please give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. It helps out the video a lot, and it also lets me know what types of videos you like to watch. Please subscribe if you'd like to see more from me, and hit the little notification bell to receive a notification every time I upload. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.